I'm Emerald.
And I'm Suff.
And today's musical, in honor of it going onto Disney Plus, this week we're doing Hamilton.
Ooh!
Yeah. I'm pretty excited. Hamilton, is one of the very new, very different from the usual musical vibe.
Mm-hmm.
And so I was really excited to now I can actually see it the staged version too.
Right, yeah, I saw clips and it's like you're watching it in a theater.
Straight
they
up.
just recorded it.
Like the how they do for Phantom of the Opera 50th anniversary or whatever, and it has the staged version. They zoom in on their faces. And it's really cool.
Yeah, that one will be really easy for us to watch
For
since
sure.
it's on Disney Plus.
We'll have to watch it immediately because I've been waiting to watch it so that we can watch it together, and I've been dying because I want to see Lin-Manuel Miranda killing the shiz. So, so yeah, have you heard anything about Hamilton?
Yeah, I've heard a lot about Hamilton. I know that it's about Alexander Hamilton.
Yeah.
And sort of trying to, tell his untold story, because you do learn about him in American history, but I'm sure there's a lot that's left out.
Right.
I mean, most that you learn is that he was a financial guy, and that he was killed by Aaron Burr.
Honestly, history failed me, and I probably forgot most of the things I should
see.
know about Alexander
So yeah,
Hamilton.
I believe Alexander Hamilton was the one who got, because he was George Washington's treasurer, I think.
He was his right-hand homie.
And so Alexander Hamilton, I believe, was the guy who established the first national bank
Yes.
of the United States.
Yes, I believe so.
Yeah, and so that's one of the things you learn about. And they also tell you that him and Jefferson hated each other.
Right. There was trials. Wasn't he not equally not the greatest of friends with Adams?
Samuel Adams?
I think so. They ran for president against each other.
John Adams. John Adams.
That's what it is, John.
Yeah. I don't think they were super good friends either.
Right.
But and then they tell you that he had the duel with Aaron Burr, and Aaron Burr shot him in the forehead or whatever.
Yeah.
I don't know where he shot him, but he lost anyway.
Yeah, he done.
Hamilton lost.
Hamilton. So yeah, hype. I'm really excited. Any updates? I just want to give you guys updates. Oh, we are on YouTube. It is official. So if you have friends that want to listen or family members and they're not Spotify people, let them know we are on YouTube and running.
Yep. All 4 episodes have been up since last week when we uploaded Rock of Ages. I also put all the episodes on YouTube. So just search us up, take it to the stage under channels, and you should find us.
Hype. Okay.
Hype.
I.
We already have, last time I checked, we have 4 subscribers.
Ooh, 4.
Whoop whoop.
Hey, let's go. Okay. So, shall we begin?
Let us.
I'm so excited. So, Hamilton was on Broadway for the first time in 2015.
Right, okay.
So it's fairly
it's pretty
recent.
new.
Holy cow.
5 years ago, yeah.
Yeah. And they've already done with the original cast onto the next. That's crazy. In just 4 years?
Mm-hmm.
I guess 5 now, technically, but
yeah,
Broadway's been dead for all of 2020.
Yeah, depending on what month it came out, almost 5 years, if not 5. It's crazy.
Insane. Okay, so I'm going to give you a few facts per usual. So this Hamilton is a hip-hop musical where many of the songs are rapped.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was not aware of that.
A lot of the songs are rapped. It's Alexander Hamilton, shoot my shot, ba-dooba-da-ba-dooba, yeah.
Oh, that's really cool. Okay.
It's really cool. And so it brought this whole new culture to musicals, where we went from super operatic operas, operettas, to musicals where we sing all happy, and we got jazz hands.
Yeah, there's definitely a style.
And then we've got rock musicals, and now we're moving into this rap hip-hop musical style. That's
cool.
Really cool. And it brings a lot of different cultures together, even more, which is super awesome and inventive, and I'm so happy that Miranda did this for us. Heck yes.
Because now people that mostly listen to rap or hip hop and relate to that kind of music.
Yeah.
Before they probably, I'm sure a lot of people were they didn't like musicals because they didn't like the style.
But
now that there's if there's more of these kind of musicals, it could help bring even more people into that world.
Sure.
That's cool.
It's super cool. Lin-Manuel Miranda, the writer, who wrote the music, lyrics, and book for the play.
Wow, she wrote all of it.
He.
Yeah,
he's actually...
What's his first name?
Lin-Manuel.
Oh, okay.
He is actually the person who plays Alexander Hamilton in the musical.
Oh, it's that guy.
Yeah.
I've seen him before, in clips, and wasn't he there was a clip a while back where, Mike Pence went to see it, and, they, did, a formal welcoming to him on stage. They were we're super proud to have him here, or whatever.
Yeah.
But, he also, brought up concerns that people have, voicing their opinions.
Yeah, I remember that.
Being people, and
because,
I think it was him.
He's such a legend. Oh, my gosh.
He was super cool. And he, some people were, mad about it.
Right.
They're anti-Trump, and he literally was just
we the people have concerns.
Yeah.
Listen
and it's
to things.
it's a play about, related to America's history.
And changing and movements.
So,
and,
yeah, and he wasn't even disrespectful at all.
Yeah.
It was weird.
He was just hey, here, I have a platform, so I'm going to help some people out and do what I can with that.
I thought it was super cool. So, yeah, I think that guy's pretty dope.
That guy's pretty bomb. So, he brought on an Alexander Hamilton historian, Ron Chernow, as a consultant to build the stage version of his story. So he was I'm going to write about Alexander Hamilton's life. He wants to write about it, but he also has to make it really dramatic because it's a musical,
right.
And he has to dramatize it. So he wanted to have a story in there to help him keep it as factual as possible,
right.
without dramatizing it to a point where we're walking away from the true story.
That's super cool. I respect that.
No. And what do you know? Fun fact. Do you know what a historian in a musical setting is called?
I do not.
They're called dramaturgs.
Dramaturgs?
No, not turds. Dramaturg.
Turgs.
Dramaturg. And so they come in and they research all of the aspects and the factual stuff. So if you're doing some Elizabethan play or something, you bring a dramaturg on and you're I need you to research all of how they look, how they acted, what we need to do to make this as close to the real time setting. Right.
Okay.
So that's really cool.
That is cool.
I guess I haven't heard of a lot of dramaturgs in correlation with musicals, and so it's cool. This one's very present, especially because it's a horror.
A horror? It's a horror musical?
A historical musical and stuff. So yeah.
The Tale of Alexander Hamilton and the Thing That Should Not Be.
Okay. Quote from Jennifer Van Evra in an article, that I found that I stole this from.
Who dat?
I don't know, she writing.
Okay.
She a writer. She writes.
She wrote the article.
Right,
okay,
right.
I see.
Quote, Hamilton creator Lin-Manuel Miranda was on vacation in Mexico when he read author Ron Chernow's biography about Hamilton and began to imagine it as a musical. So, Lin-Manuel's reading this biography and he's wow, this is just really interesting. This is crazy stuff. Oh my goodness. And
oh my god.
Sitting there, he's hold up, I can already hear the music in my head, is this not already a musical? I bet it is. So he goes and looks it up, and it's not, and he's I guess that's what I'm doing now. And he literally wrote Hamilton,
That's cool.
Yeah. And I guess, some songs, it took him a whole year to, write a song sometimes. Mm-hmm. But the music is so good, and everything's just so, purposefully put in certain ways, and the phrasing of everything is just it's so good. But yeah, no, could you imagine you're just chilling, read a book, and you're
in Mexico,
I'm gonna make a musical. I'm gonna do it.
I wonder how long ago I wonder how long he had been working on this before it came out, if it took him that long to write some of the songs even.
Yeah, because I can't remember. I'm gonna fudge this year because I'm not positive, but I think 2009 or something, sometime earlier, he went on to some late night show or something, and he rapped one of the songs from the musical he was writing Hamilton that he was writing at the time, and everyone was what? Hip hop? What? Hip hop musical? What? And it was insane.
So it got hyped for it.
Yeah, and then it
Okay.
actually came out, and everyone was like,
Yeah, it was like there was a huge hype train for that when
For
it came
real,
out. It was
for
like
real.
everywhere.
And
Cool.
the tickets were like insanely expensive to go see.
I'm pretty sure one of my friends in Florida, Jack, shout out to Yakus.
Yakus.
Big Juff, if you're listening. He went on a trip to New York for a couple weeks and like went to a ton of Broadway shows.
Oh, that's what I would do.
And I'm
every
pretty
night.
sure he saw Hamilton and got to meet the guy.
I would die. Are
yeah.
you kidding? Oh,
It was super cool.
that's insane. Oh my gosh.
So yeah, shout out to Big Juff.
You're living the life I wish I could live. Thank you. Okay. Last fact. When speaking about Alexander Hamilton, Lin-Manuel Miranda says, quote, "He embodies the world's ability to make a difference," end quote.
Wow.
Yeah. So that's like to help put into perspective, like, this whole story is about what one person can do to change like so much.
This will be really interesting to hear because like when I took AP US history, and any other time I've heard about Hamilton, I feel like
Flex.
I've always heard what? I feel like my teachers have always been biased or something, or maybe this is the way history is set up to depict him, but it's always been negative. Like I've always learned that like, yeah, this guy kind of sucked, but he did some important things, but like he wasn't a great dude.
Right. And that it could be biased because of his upbringing. He's the product of immigration. He's from like the Caribbean. Originally.
Really?
Yeah. He's
I didn't
not
even
like
know that.
super white male dude. He's like from the
Oh.
Caribbean, was a quote unquote bastard child. His parents were married when they had him and stuff.
Oh.
Yeah, like
See, I never even knew that. I always, no one ever even told me that in history. I've always pictured him as like one of the classic old America white
boys.
dudes
Yeah.
who ran the government,
No,
you know?
like he was like an orphan and stuff in the Caribbean,
That's crazy.
and then he like made his way, like straight up made his way into the founding like government like of all of America and stuff.
I also would never, even looking at him on the $50 bill,
Right.
he does not, I mean, that's cool.
Yeah.
I'm excited.
For sure. Okay, shall we?
Let's do it.
Sick. All right. Act 1. The musical begins with the company summarizing Alexander Hamilton's early life as an orphan in the Caribbean. And they rap. I'm going to say rap for this whole thing, even if they sing it. I'm going to say rap. All right. Alexander Hamilton lyrics is a song. Hamilton was born out of wedlock in the West Indies. His father abandoned him at an early age, and his mother died when Hamilton was 12.
Oh, that's sad.
By 19, Hamilton has made his way to the American colonies, a dedicated supporter of American independence.
Oh, cool. Okay.
So, in the summer of 1776 in New York City, Hamilton seeks out Aaron Burr.
Okay.
Burr advises the overenthusiastic Hamilton to talk less and smile more. Hamilton is unable to understand why Burr would rather exercise caution than fight for his beliefs. And then he sings Aaron Burr, Sir lyrics. It's like, but Aaron Burr, sir. And it's like a whole rap and it's hardcore. Okay, I'm just so hyped to watch this. I'm sorry. So, Hamilton bonds with 3 fellow revolutionaries. Abolitionist John Lawrence, the flamboyant Frenchman Marquis de Lafayette, and,
Ooh, de Lafayette.
and the tailor's apprentice Hercules Milligan. Hamilton dazzles them with his rhetorical skills. And he says, "My shot," and he talks about like his shot, like it's his time
To
He
be
will do his
somebody.
thing. Yeah. And they dream of laying down their lives for their cause, and they rap the story of tonight. Meanwhile, the wealthy Schleyer sisters.
What?
Schleyer? Sorry, guys, I'm failing you.
Schuler.
Schuler sisters, Angelica, Eliza, and Peggy wander the streets of New York, excited by the spirit of revolution in the air. And they sing their little ditty. So the sisters are like huge. Oh my gosh. And this hip hop musical was huge for the African American community
Mm-hmm.
and the people of color communities, because there are so many people of color in this musical in the
I've
original
noticed
cast.
that.
It's insane. And then the flavors and the blending of the music, you can like literally feel the soul coming out of the song into your soul from
Nice.
these people. It's just so cool.
Nice.
Okay. So Samuel Seberg, a vocal loyalist, preaches against the American Revolution, and Hamilton refutes and ridicules his statements, and they rap Farmer refuted. A message arrives from King George III, reminding the colonists that he is able and willing to fight for their submission. And
What a douche canoe.
he like raps, "You'll be back." Like, "You coming back. Y'all can't survive without me. I'm the big king man."
He was such a loser.
Yep. Loser. Literally, actually, because he lost. Big ol' L.
Yeah, King George III sucked.
We got that W. That win-win. Big dub. Okay.
It was all about King George the First. He was a G.
He was the G.
He was a G.
Wasn't the
He was pretty
second
decent.
one sucky? Or was that an Arthur?
Well, so there
All the
was
wives?
So there was that all the wives. That was Henry VIII.
Henry.
Yeah, no.
Their names are so generic, I don't.
Henry VIII was kind of a G too. He was a baller.
But like, was he?
He kind of was, yeah.
With all the wives, and then once he didn't like
Well-
them anymore, he'd like chop, bye.
Well,
Off with your head.
he only purposefully killed 2 of them out of the
Purposefully.
6.
But still 6.
But
And also, isn't he the one who like finagled everything so that he could have 6 wives even in the first place?
kinda?
Before that, aren't you supposed to have like one woman? She your wife. That's it. And then he like finagled around with all this stuff and got his like preacher dude in it or whoever.
Kind of. Well, he was the first. He was like the first big guy to be like, "F you" to the Catholic Church.
Right.
And was like, "Dude, I'm doing my own thing. Fuck you."
Didn't he change the religion to Protestant? I mean, I guess
Yeah,
whoever is the ruler, that is the religion of the whole.
He's the one who formed the Anglican Church.
Yeah.
Which was basically the Catholic Church. Like, he kept most of
Just
it the
his
same.
rules.
But he was in charge, yeah. Okay, sorry, back to Hamilton.
You're welcome.
Short little history with Suff.
Ba-da-da. Okay, so, keep it going. The revolution is underway, and Hamilton, Burr, and their friends join the Continental Army. As the army retreats from New York City, General George Washington realizes he needs help to win the war. Though Hamilton desires a command and to fight on the front lines, he recognizes the opportunity Washington offers him and accepts a position as aide-de-camp. And then he sings right-hand man.
Nice.
Because that's his right-hand man. His homie. All right. In the winter of 1780. So how many years has it been? 76
4.
76 to 1780. Okay, we've got 4 years already. We're like in the first like half of the first half
Right.
still.
So we've gone from the year of signing the Declaration to into the war.
Wiggity war. Yeah.
Cool.
Okay, so in the winter of 1780, the men attend a ball given by Philip Schuyler. Shoot, how do you say that again?
Schuler.
Schuler. And Hamilton sets his sights on the man's daughters.
Oh, daughters?
Yeah, the girls, Eliza, Peggy, all the girls. Okay. And they rap A Winter's Ball. Eliza falls instantly in love. And after being introduced by Angelica, Eliza and Hamilton soon wed. And they rap Helpless.
Wow.
Helplessly in love.
That
Okay.
was quick.
Right? Yeah. I mean, it's probably more time in the actual, yeah.
Yeah.
So, Angelica is also smitten with Hamilton, but swallows her feelings for the sake of her sister's happiness, and she sings Satisfied.
Oh.
That's so sad.
Yeah, what a good sister.
What a sis. What a brother.
What a brother.
What a homie. Okay, so, Hamilton, Lawrence, Lafayette,
Lawrence.
and Mulligan drunkenly celebrate the marriage when Burr arrives to offer congratulations.
Oh, God.
After Lawrence teases him, Burr admits that he is having an affair with Theodosia Bartow Provost, the wife of a British officer. And they sing the story of tonight, but it's a reprise. Oh my goodness. So Burr's having an affair with an officer's wife, a
Right.
British officer's wife.
Right.
That sounds like bad news waiting to happen.
I mean, they're at war with them. Who really cares?
Fact.
Well, actually, I don't even know. I'm not sure the technical Revolutionary War has actually started yet. I'm not sure. They might still be, like, organizing. I can't remember.
I'm not.
Something about me wants to say that it starts in, like, 82 or 84.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Okay.
I don't remember. I could totally be wrong, and it's already been started.
So this guy's chilling. Hamilton urges Burr to make the relationship public. Burr, however, prefers to wait and see what life has in store for him rather than take any drastic measures. And he raps, "Wait for it." Which is like the complete opposite of Hamilton. Hamilton's like, go, 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 go. Get it.
Hamilton to Aaron Burr is like the epitome of just pussy.
No!
You won't. You won't.
Bet. As the revolution continues, Hamilton repeatedly petitions Washington to give him command, but Washington refuses, instead promoting Charles Lee. This decision proves disastrous at the Battle of Monmouth,
Oh, it has started.
where Lee orders a retreat against Washington's orders, which prompts the commander to remove him from command in favor of Lafayette. Disgruntled,
Lafayette, what a G, dude. I love him. Okay.
Lee spreads slanderous and vindictive rumors about Washington, rapping "Stay Alive." Hamilton is offended, but Washington orders Hamilton to ignore the comments. Hamilton does not wish to do so, but cannot disobey a direct order, like Lee. Instead, Lawrence duels Lee, with Hamilton as his second, and Burr as Lee's second.
Oh.
Lawrence is satisfied after he injures Lee and Lee yields, and they rap 10 duel commandments. Washington is angered by the duel and orders Hamilton to return home to his wife, and they rap "Meet me inside." When Hamilton returns home, Eliza tells him she's pregnant. She reassures a hesitant Hamilton that he doesn't need fame or fortune to live a happy life by her side, and rap questions, that would be enough. She's like, "Isn't us together with a family and happiness enough?" And he's like,
Kind of, sort of not.
I don't know. I mean, like, yeah, but like, what if?
Yeah, but like revolution.
Revolution.
Oh, good lord.
So, things are getting whack, alright? Lafayette, takes a larger leadership role in the revolution, persuading France to join the American cause.
My man. That's so wrong.
Sorry, guys.
No, dude,
Sorry,
Lafayette's a
France.
G. I love him. We would not have won without Lafayette.
Probably not. And the balance shifts in favor of the Continental Army.
Boom.
Thanks, Lafayette. Lafayette.
No, like literally, the reason we won the Revolutionary War is because he convinced France to get involved.
real.
Like, it wouldn't have happened.
We wouldn't have made it.
But then we turned our backs on France when they had a revolution. We're just like, it's not our problem. Screw you.
Rude. But I mean, when they wrote the Constitution, all that stuff, they're like, hey, especially Washington, he was like, hey, how about we just stay out of foreign affairs, please? Maybe?
And look at us now.
Yay, America! Yay, America!
Okay, we keep diverging.
Sorry, guys. Okay, so Washington and Lafayette realize they can win the war by cutting off the British Navy at Yorktown.
Boom.
But they will need Hamilton to do so.
Boom.
And the general offers him his long-desired command, and they rap "guns and ships."
Boom.
Boom, bada bing. He finally gets what he wants, so maybe he'll be happy with Eliza, or maybe he'll die. Who knows? Okay.
The Battle of Yorktown.
On the eve of battle, Washington recalls his disastrous first command and advises Hamilton that no man can control how he is remembered. And he raps, "History has its eyes on you." Which is a lot of pressure. It's like, oh.
Yeah.
Okay. After several days of fighting, the Continental Army is victorious!
Woo!
The British surrender in the last major battle of the war. Yorktown is the rap. They say, Yorktown, the world turned upside down on the British. Whoop!
Whoop.
So, his forces defeated, King George asks the rebels how they expect to successfully govern on their own,
Orn.
And he raps, sings, "What comes next? Huh? What you gonna do without me?
Huh?
Huh?"
Huh?
Oh no, it's back. Soon after the victory at Yorktown, Hamilton's son Philip is born, while Burr has a daughter, Theodosia. And they sing rap "Dear Theodosia." I think I've heard this song. This song's like pretty like a lot of people like "Dear Theodosia."
Wait, didn't you say he's having an affair with a girl named Theodosia?
And then he had a daughter.
So he named the daughter after the woman?
Yeah. Okay, question. If you name a daughter after a mom the same name, do you still call them Junior?
No, see, that's like not a thing.
Why? I mean, it's like
That's
not
what
a
I'm
thing,
wondering.
right?
It's like,
Would you call them Junior? Is that weird?
I mean, like, no, I've never heard anyone do it.
Right.
It's like super weird. I feel like it's not a thing for women because the like customary thing to do as a woman is to take the husband's last name.
Right.
So their name never stays the same.
Yeah.
Nowadays, some people keep their last names.
Back.
And like that
right.
could be a thing, but like especially back then,
Yeah.
like
no.
you take the husband's last name, and so like, because I feel like the thing with the men, it's the idea of like, the guy always carries on the last name, right? But like when you make a junior or a third or a fourth, you're like carrying on the full name, and that's never gonna change because the man keeps all of his name.
Yeah.
But I mean, I don't see why you couldn't.
Facts. Right. I dare you, someone, name their child your name, and then call them Junior. And then fight anyone that tells you it's wrong.
Yep. So there's Junior and Junior.
Junior?
Junior.
Excuse me, Junior.
Junior. It just sounds like you're saying with a weird accent.
Yeah, it does. Junior.
What would be like the female equivalent of Junior? Because like even when you hear Junior, like I think of a little boy.
A little boy. Just because we're used to it.
Yeah. It'd be like Junior.
Oh no.
That sounds too close to senior.
Junior?
Junior.
Nope. Junior?
That just sounds extra country.
So, Hamilton receives word that Lawrence has been killed in a seemingly pointless battle.
Oh no.
And the battle is the Battle of the Combahee River.
Oh, okay.
That pointless battle kills Lawrence, and Hamilton just throws himself into his work because he's like, that sucks, and he raps, "Tomorrow there will be more of us."
Lawrence was his wife, right?
No.
Wait. Lawrence was one of his friends.
One of his friends. One of the dudes he got together.
Yes. Okay.
Hamilton and Burr both returned to New York to finish their studies and pursue careers as lawyers.
Oh, Lord.
Burr is in awe of Hamilton's unyielding work ethic and becomes increasingly irritated by his success. Hamilton is chosen as a delegate to the Constitutional Convention in the summer of 1787.
Yup.
Hamilton enlists James Madison and John Jay to write the Federalist Papers after Burr refuses. So he asks for his help.
And he's like, no,
too
fuck
petty.
you.
Yeah, he's way too petty to, like, help. Angelica announces that she's found a husband and will be moving to London. The newly elected President Washington enlists Hamilton for the job of Treasury Secretary, despite Eliza's protest. And the last song of the act is called Nonstop.
Can we also talk about how much of a G Washington is for turning down the title of king?
For real.
And, like, making it a presidency?
He was like, no, guys, this is about all together.
Also, he's a G for establishing the term limit thing for presidents.
Yeah, for real.
Because that wasn't even a rule that they wrote.
Right.
He just did it, and it, like, set the entire precedent for how our presidency works.
Yeah, things could be bad
What a
if,
G.
like, people just left when they died or felt like it.
Putin!
Oh, yeah, that's bad. I'm staying out of that.
You can cut that out if you wish.
Poopin'.
Poopin'.
He said poopin'.
But he rides bears, so he's kind of dope for that.
like Bosco, except for he doesn't ride Bosco.
The Earth
in
King
the
and
Avatar.
Bosco. Well, he does when he leaves.
I guess
Remember, he
does.
dresses as a fugitive and, like, hops
"I am
on his
normal."
back?
And they leave. That's so cute. I love that show.
I named my first pet in Wizard 101 Bosco. After Bosco.
Bosco.
It was a little fire tiger.
That's confusing.
What?
Fire. Bear.
Yeah.
Tiger.
Yeah. I just like the name.
That's good. That's fine. Bosco. Yep, sounds like we're being annoying. Okay, so Act 2. Here we are, kids. Here we are, boys and girls.
Is this a 2-act play or a 3-act play?
Two acts.
Two acts.
Okay.
Per usual. This ain't no Shakespeare.
This ain't no Shakespeare.
Shakespeare.
So.
Shakespeare.
Oh my goodness.
Well, I am Shakespeare. The third.
Ah. I was like, oh, what about the third? Okay, ready. Act 2. In 1789, Thomas Jefferson returns to the U.S. from France, where he spent most of the Articles of Confederation era as an ambassador.
Yup.
Immediately upon returning, he briefly addresses Sally Hemings, asking her to open a letter from Washington, requesting that he become the first Secretary of State under the new Constitution.
Boom.
Upon Jefferson's arrival in New York, James Madison asks for Jefferson's help to stop Hamilton's financial plan, which Madison believes gives the government too much control. And he raps, "What I miss?" He's like, "What do you mean? What plan? I've been ambassadoring in France. What's going on?"
In France. In France. In français. In français.
No.
Sorry.
We need to stop. We love France. I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
France is dope. I'm sorry if we're offending anybody.
We're not. Yeah. Okay, so.
It's just a meme. It's a meme, you dip.
We are a meme.
We are a meme.
We're a meme. I'm sorry for
Cut
that.
that.
Okay, so Jefferson and Hamilton debate the merits of Hamilton's financial plan during a cabinet meeting. Washington pulls Hamilton aside and tells him to figure out a compromise to win over Congress. And they rap Cabinet Battle number 1. Okay. Finally, Hamilton takes his leave to homeward boundish. While Hamilton is working at home, Eliza reminds him that Philip, their son, is turning 9 years old.
Bruh.
Yeah. Philip presents Hamilton with a short rap he composed, amazing his father. It's like a cute little, "Look, Dad, I rap too."
Oh my goodness.
I rap like Daddy.
I rap like Daddy. It's gonna be like Kendrick Lamar's son.
But like, not that. Okay.
Better.
Yeah. Anything better. So, Angelica advises Hamilton to convince Jefferson of his plan so Congress will accept it. She also mentions a letter recently received from Hamilton in which he referred to her as his dearest, and wondering if it was intentional.
Oh.
Hamilton, you two-time son of a gun.
Oh. Son of a gun.
Okay, I swear. Are you kidding me, Hammy boy? What you do?
Don't be cheating on Eliza and Philip. He rap like Daddy.
He rap like Daddy. So, later, Eliza and Angelica try to persuade Hamilton to accompany them on vacation for the summer, but Hamilton refuses, saying that he has to work on the plan for Congress, staying in New York while the family goes upstate. And they were like, "Come on, take a break." And they like rap, "Take a break, boy, come summer vacation." And he's like, got to work. Felt better. So, while alone, Hamilton is visited by Maria Reynolds, who claims she has been deserted by her husband. When Hamilton offers to help her, they begin an affair.
Bruh.
Straight up.
Hammy
boy! At least it's not Eliza's sister. It's not.
Does that make it any better?
I mean, it's still
Does it
bad.
matter who it is?
No, it's still bad. Gosh.
I was on his side till now.
At least he had history with Angelica. At least. This Maria chick just rolled up out of nowhere and he's like, "Yup."
She's like, "Yo, my husband just left. Alright, let's fuck." Sorry. I mean, man, I was on his side till now.
I know, I'm sad now.
Now he's just a douche canoe.
Canoosh. Okay, so Maria's husband, James Reynolds, blackmails Hamilton, who is furious with Maria, but pays Reynolds and continues the affair. And he goes, "Say no to this." That's the song.
He should say no to that.
He should have said no.
It ain't nothing as good as Eliza.
Facts. And
She the greatest good he ever gonna get.
facts. Laying down the facts. Okay, so Hamilton discusses his plan with Jefferson and Madison over a private dinner, which results in the Compromise of 1790.
Ooh.
Giving support to Hamilton's financial plan in exchange for moving the United States capital from New York to Washington, D.C., a site much closer to Jefferson's home in Virginia. Burr is envious of Hamilton's sway in the government and wishes he had similar power. And then they sing The Room Where It Happens. Burr switches political parties and defeats Eliza's father, Philip Schuyler.
Good job.
In a race for Schuyler's seat in the Senate.
Oh.
This drives a wedge between Burr and Hamilton. Like there wasn't already one. Come on now.
Yeah, but that was like the final,
Chop, chop. The latter believes that Burr holds no loyalties and will stop at nothing to gain influence. So that's what Hamilton believes.
I believe that.
And
he's been a pushover this whole time. He's like a big baby.
Defeated. Yeah, no, and now he's like, yeah, that guy sucks. Yeah, but he's like going through it right now. Like he was like great and awesome and good, and then he was like, oh, I need to work. Oh, affair. Oh, hatred. Oh, it's all inside me, boiling up. Bad things, right? It's all going to bad.
Mm-hmm.
In another cabinet meeting, Jefferson and Hamilton argue over whether the United States should assist France in its conflict with Britain. Washington ultimately agrees with Hamilton's argument for remaining neutral. So apparently that was Hamilton's idea first. And they sing Cabinet Battle number 2.
I mean, honestly, at that point, I agree with that one because they're not structured enough,
right?
And strong enough to be a support in a full-on war. Right. They're still
France
building
was
themselves.
Because they were already
France
solid.
was established. Yeah, at that point, I feel like that's a good move. I agree with Hamilton.
All right, Hammy boy. All right.
He's still cheating though.
He's still cheating, little canoosh. Okay.
Little canoosh.
So after the meeting, Burr, Jefferson, and Madison share their envy of Washington's perennial support of Hamilton's policies. They begin to seek a way to damage Hamilton's public image, and they sing Washington on Your Side. Oh no, Hamilton's affair about to get uncovered, I think. Ooh no. Okay. Washington tells Hamilton that Jefferson has resigned from his position in order to run for president, and Washington himself is stepping down. Hamilton is shocked. He be shooketh. But Washington convinces him that this is the right thing to do, and they receive word that Washington, So it's the right thing to do, and they write a farewell address, and they sing one last time. In England, King George III receives word that Washington is stepping down and will be replaced with John Adams. The king exits merrily, ready to enjoy the United States suffering through the political turmoil caused by transitions in leadership and Adams' inexperience. And he sings, I Know Him. Which, they haven't, been through, the transition in leadership and stuff yet. So I could see where the king was like, ooh, get the popcorn out, yo, this about to be crazy. Which, it did get pretty hype, I suppose. I guess it does every 4 years it gets pretty hype for America, generally.
Yeah, well, that's a whole different story. That's motherfucking Andrew Jackson's fault, and I will stand by that until the day I die. Frick that dude.
Okay, so Hamilton is fired by Adams and publishes an inflammatory critique of the new president as a response, called the Adams administration.
Oh, I've heard of that.
Jefferson, Madison, and Burr believe they have found proof that Hamilton embezzled government money, effectively committing treason. What? When confronted, Hamilton admits to his affair with Maria Reynolds and his furtive payments to James Reynolds. And they saying, we know. So, the question is, was Hamilton paying the guy off with United States government money for his affair, not to be,
become
shown?
Public?
I guess, that's what they think anyway.
Right.
At this point.
Interesting.
I mean, he's probably getting paid pretty well.
I would imagine. I mean, if you're part of the cabinet, like,
He should
it's a
be.
big deal.
Right. Okay.
I mean, none of those dudes were not wealthy.
Facts. Oh, okay, so though the men swear to keep his secret, Burr reminds Hamilton that rumors grow, and Hamilton worries that the truth will get out. He reflects on how writing openly and honestly has saved him in the past, and sings Hurricane. And publishes a public admission about the affair.
Oh, shit.
Oh.
Okay, now I got mad respect for him. That
Hoping
takes some balls.
to snuff out the rumors of embezzlement and save his political legacy. Yeah. He's
that
like,
takes some balls.
they might do it, and they're gonna do it poorly, so I'll just do it well.
Damn, poor Philip.
Poor Philip. He's
rap
like
Daddy.
I rap like Daddy, but Daddy sucks a little bit. Daddy kind of not great anymore.
Damn.
Not that
Rip.
Philip knew his dad. He's always working.
Right? Yeah.
So, sorry. His personal reputation, however, is ruined following the publication of his observations, called the Reynolds Pamphlet. Okay.
Okay.
So, heartbroken by his infidelity, Eliza tearfully burns the letters Hamilton has written her over the years, destroying Hamilton's chance at being redeemed by future historians and keeping the world from knowing how she reacted by erasing herself from the narrative. And that's when they sing Burn. Burn is a huge song, too.
Oh, okay.
Burn is like, everyone has heard of that.
Burn, baby, burn.
No, that's not the song.
Oh.
Baby, burn. Sorry that you are wrong, baby, burn. Sorry.
Ha.
Okay, so years pass, and Philip, now grown, challenges George Acker to a duel for insulting his father.
Oh.
Ooh.
He still have faith in Hammy.
Hammy, oh, Philip.
Philip Hamilton.
Following Alexander's advice, Philip aims for the sky at the beginning of the duel, hoping the gesture would cause Acker to stand down. But at the count of 7, Acker shoots him, and they sing Blow Us All Away. Philip is taken to a doctor who is unable to save him. Hamilton and Eliza separately arrive not long before Philip dies, and they sing Stay Alive.
Why would he tell him to shoot at the sky? That was
He
dumb.
wants him to die. Who told him to do that?
His
Alexander.
dad?
Why?
Because he was probably like, son, don't do this.
Probably.
But then later on, he's like, yo, Burr. But then he misses and gets shot like a dummy.
Okay, so in the aftermath of Philip's death, the family moves uptown. Hamilton asks for Eliza's forgiveness for his mistakes, which he eventually receives. And he sings It's Quiet Uptown. The presidential election of 1800 results in President John Adams' defeat, with Jefferson and Burr tied to win, per usual, as we know. Hamilton is upset that Burr holds no apparent principles, and so endorses Jefferson, who wins the presidency.
Yup.
The election of 1800 is a song they sing. Burr, angered per usual, challenges Hamilton to a duel via an exchange of letters, singing Your Obedient Servant. Before sunrise, on the morning of the duel, Eliza, unaware of the duel, asks Hamilton to come back to bed. Hamilton tells her he has an appointment, and tells her that he loves her, and sings Best of Wives and Best of Women to her.
Oh.
Okay.
It's the end.
No, stop.
It is the end for Hammy.
Hammy. Burr and Hamilton travel to Weehawken, New Jersey for the duel. Hamilton aims his pistol at the sky, just as his boy did, and is struck in the chest by Burr's bullet. Hamilton soliloquies on death, his relationships, and his legacy. He dies soon after, and with his wife and Angelica at his side. Burr laments that even though he survived, he is cursed to be the villain in history. Facts. Okay. Remembered as the man who killed Alexander Hamilton. And he sings, The World Was Wide Enough.
The world was white?
Wide.
Okay.
Large.
I got you.
The company congregates to close the story. Washington enters and reminds the audience that they have no control over how they will be remembered. Jefferson and Madison collectively admit the genius of their rivals' financial plans. Eliza explains her role in preserving her husband's legacy over the next 50 years and frets that she is still not done enough. Addressing Hamilton directly, she tells him that she has established a private orphanage in his honor and she can't wait to see him again. And then they sing Who Lives, Who Dies, and Who Tells Your Story.
Oh,
and that's it. That's the end.
That one sounds so good. I really want to watch it.
We have to watch it immediately.
Oh, man. Dang.
Yeah.
That sounds like a...
I got chills at the end right there. Ooh.
That's so cool. Yeah, I did too.
Oh, that's so cool. And especially because, like, you get to take a look into history a little bit more, which is exciting. No. In, like, a fun way,
cool.
too.
That's cool that he did the same thing that he told his son to do.
Yeah.
As almost like... It's almost like he wanted to get shot.
Do you think he wanted his son to get shot?
Well, no, not his son, like himself.
Right.
Like he's like it's
work.
my time.
Yeah.
And he also like I feel like he felt like he owed something to his son because
Right.
he probably feels guilt that like he got him killed
And
because he told him to shoot at the sky or whatever.
I think to a point the like shooting at the sky is saying like I'm not going to murder you.
Yeah, like
and I
being
hope that you have the same respect for me. Mm-hmm. But then they die. But
Dang.
it's like it's almost like putting themselves like at a higher level, like they're like I'll be the bigger person.
Yeah, I actually didn't know that. I didn't know that Alexander Hamilton, like if that part is true, which I'm assuming it is,
if it's factual,
that he like actually just didn't even try to shoot Burr.
He was like
I did not know that at all.
Yeah.
I thought I remember being taught that he missed.
Yeah.
Like that he shot and missed.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no. I really hope that now that it's on Disney Plus, the people who are like in American history, like learning about this stuff, they get to watch Hamilton as a musical.
Oh yeah.
I think that would be huge for education purposes, especially people who connect with theater and musicals
and it's
more.
fun. Like,
and it's fun. Why not?
Kids like to watch stuff in class. Everyone knows that.
Throwback to like 8th grade when we would like watch those little like episodes. There was like episodes about like the American Revolution. And the dude who is in Big Fat Liar, who gets turned blue.
Oh, yep.
He plays like John Adams or something.
Oh, wow.
And so it's like a whole thing. It was like really cool. Like they illustrated it. They had like good production quality, and we'd like watch these episodes. It was cool. It was nice.
That is cool.
So I think watching a musical could be awesome too.
Yeah, for sure.
Hot dang. Oh my gosh, guys, that was hype, and I hope that if you don't have Disney Plus, one of your friends does, and you will go and watch Hamilton like we're probably going to do tonight.
Yep.
I had a lot of fun reading through this and getting to know these characters in the history that we've learned about our whole lives.
Yeah, that was very cool. My two favorite periods of American history is the Revolution and the formation of our country, and the Civil War, because they're the only two wars that have ever taken place. I mean, I guess you could count like the Mexican-American War and stuff. That was kind of land that we were like taking though.
Fact.
Like the Revolutionary War took place in like where we lived at that time, and then the Civil War, that was all over the eastern side of our up into a little bit into the north, a lot of the south, which is where I'm from. I grew up surrounded by Civil War history.
Yeah.
So it's really interesting. This is one of the reasons Assassin's Creed 3 is one of my favorite games, because it takes place like you're in the Revolutionary War.
Yeah.
And those games have a lot of history in them, whether some of it's fiction or not. It's super cool. So that was dope. I like that.
Yeah.
I really want to watch that
I'm
one.
really hyped.
Yep.
Oh, that was so awesome. Thanks, you guys, for listening in. Come hang out with us next week. I'm going to give you a sneak peek. Our next musical is equally as historical and a little bit more if you know what I mean. So, we'll see you guys next week, and I can't wait to come back to take it to the stage. Bye, guys.
See ya.